Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous Friday. It's the weekend and it's Friday morning. And so today we have a good topic, believing in yourself. You know, when you get older, you've gone through a lot of stuff and you've had ups and downs and you've seen stuff and you've learned stuff. And I thought this would be a good topic because so many times I see people and I don't know, maybe they're on a treadmill. They're not doing everything that they've dreamed. Years are going by and they haven't done those dreams. And let's say hi to everybody this morning. The Wolf That Could, good morning. Alpine Gulch, good morning. Doug at His Way Homestead, hello, my brother. Doug and I are YouTube brother and sisters. And we are just great friends. And I just so appreciate Doug and Shelly, and they have just been an inspiration to me. John at Unpaved Explorer, how are you? I hope those potatoes are going to work for you. John text messaged me this morning because he's planting potatoes and he's starting them downstairs in his house because it's cold at his place. It's winter, not like in Arizona. And so we talked back and forth on best things to do to grow those potatoes inside this winter. Jennifer, good morning. How are ya? I hope you and everybody are doing well. Adrienne, how is the Caribbean? Are you loving it there? I hope you are. I hope that this adventure for you two are just amazing. Oh my gosh. Henry and Irene are here. Thanks so much. Thanks for stopping by this morning. That is so sweet of you. If you do not know Brainstorm Acres, you are missing out. I have followed Henry and Irene for a very long time. In fact, we have met them. We had dinner in Flagstaff, Arizona, and they live in Arizona also. They don't live in Flagstaff, but that's where we met. And they have a greenhouse. They are off-grid, and they are a wealth of knowledge on gardening and doing all kinds of different things, canning, cooking, preserving, solar systems. They are a great channel. I hope you subscribe to them. You will just love them like I do. Christy, how are you? Good morning. Oh, Lynn, today I do the video on the giveaway for the chicken, and I'm mailing that person's and your chicken. I would like you to tell me which one you'd like, though. So on that video, if you would tell me which one that you would like, I won't give that away to the winner. So just send me a message or a text or an email or something and let me know, or just comment on the video and let me know which one you would like. Now, Mary Ranch is in the house. Mary, hello. How are you? She's saying hi to everybody. And let me see. I'm scrolling. And Henry and Irene said, we did meet Sandy and hubby. We have been following each other. It's been a great journey on YouTube, hasn't it? And Henry and Irene are just great people. Great people. Jake, how are you? Good morning. And Adrian saying, it's humid, rather humid. Yeah, I am sure in the Caribbean it's humid. Oh, that is so interesting, because if you haven't seen Adrian's videos before, she is also Farmstead Smith. Her name is just changed. So if you don't recognize her channel name now, she is a fabulous artist. And they have moved to the Caribbean, this great adventure that they're doing. And I am just so excited for them and so excited to see all the things that they bring us along with. So it's a great, she has a great channel, and she's very talented, and she's very, she has just one of those hearts that you will just love. Doug says, so jealous, because Doug and I are always talking about that we need to meet each other in regular person, not just on text or emails or through videos or us being on live chats to get live streams together. We do. Ah, Nisi's here. Good morning. Nisi, how much snow now in Montana? I saw back home, it has been frigid cold, below zeros. But today they're going to be 46 degrees. So a lot of that snow will melt today. So I'm sure they will. Be so excited. But Nisi has had way more snow than back home in Wyoming because she's in Montana. So tell me how much snow you have. Lynn, thank you for doing that for me. And people are saying hi to each other. I just love it when in the chat you get to say hi to all your friends. It's so, so fun. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate that. If you're not a YouTuber creator, you're on YouTube, but you're not a creator. Every time you get a thumbs up or people like, they're liking your video, they're subscribing, they're sharing, the computer analytics must be this massive, massive warehouse full of computers. They know everything. And it affects how they show your videos to other people that are that may not know your channel or new to your channel. It's just really interesting. And just a second, I missed one of those comments. She says, one day I will video something. I know that it's more than just moving across town. She's moving, they moved from Oregon all the way down to the Caribbean, Virgin Islands. We just love you, and we would just like to see what's happening in your life, and because you're important to us, and we just would like to see what you're doing because we love you. Now, Doug says that it is only 17 degrees this morning. Oh, Nisi says, we have about 3 to 4 feet here at the cabin, but it's melting now. We got another 1.5 feet yesterday. Oh, I bet you that's beautiful. One of the things about Arizona, I do miss the snow. I do not miss that cold because I think it was yesterday, the high was 0 in Gillette. Minus 12, minus 14, wind chill factor, it goes way down to minus 30 degrees. That I am not missing. No. Nisi says, I got one that attaches to my craft table. Oh, so we're talking, that's probably the tripod that they were talking about. Okay. Yeah, Nisi has great ideas. Oh my gosh. Blue Collar Homestead. I just watched one of your videos. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good morning. Christy says, that's still a little scary. They know everything. They do know all the stuff, yeah, but analytically wise, it's important for creators that computer knows what people are liking, what videos they're watching, so that they can suggest your channel to them. And so that part is good. Do I think there's too much watching us? Oh, yeah, I do. Nisi says he had to carry her poor dog out behind the shop to potty. That's a lot of snow. When we have snow like that in Wyoming, you would think it would be Reagan because he's the corgi, but it's Max that makes the trail. And he's jumping and jumping and jumping. And then all of a sudden he gets high centered and I have to go out and pick him up and bring him back. And so Joe's always shoveling past for him. So it's awesome. Oh, and let me get this. Oh, crap. Sorry. Tina Ladybug is here. Hello, hello. And Adrian says, today we get our household goods. Oh, that's probably so exciting. When you don't got your stuff, it's hard, She says she's been dreaming about what's been packed up for over a month. Oh, I can totally understand that. Totally. And I think I am caught up with everybody that is in the chat. So what's our topic this morning? Because I like topics. I like to engage in conversation. And our topic today is believing in yourself. And so I have just a little tiny clip, and I'm going to play that. Because I wanted you to believe in yourself. I just thought that was a fun little clip to add in there. And Rebecca Davis is in. Good morning. How are you? I hope it's warm in Missouri. She says, I remember Dad shoveling a path for our dachshund. Yeah, because Max is a dachshund too. And, you know, he can get high centered so easy. Those legs are, they're like this big. It's just crazy. But believing in ourselves. What does that mean? Believing in ourselves. I remember days when I was a young mom and I had all these dreams and all this stuff and things I wanted to do. And I would make books and I'd find pictures in magazines and I would put them in this notebook because I was dreaming. I was believing in myself. But you have to realize that sometimes you're in a season in your life that is just preparing for all those other things that you're believing in yourself. And Doug says, I believe that without God, I would not be in a good way. So I believe in God more than myself. Oh, yeah. So totally true, Doug. But God believes in you. And he wants you to believe in yourself too. So it's this partnership that we have. But always know that sometimes your dreams, your goals aren't in the season that you're at. So what do you do then? You have to have that core belief within yourself to meet all your dreams and goals. So how do you do that? For me, one of the easiest ways, because everybody feels down sometimes. It doesn't matter what you see in a video or a friend or people you work with. There are times that everyone feels down, that they feel like they don't believe in themselves. Everybody's going to go through that. That is just a fact of life. Everybody is going to go through that. So what do? How can you break it down when maybe you're kind of feeling trapped and you don't believe all the good things that are really there for you? Because I believe God wants the best things for you. You don't even have to believe in God. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'd like you to, but you don't have to, because he believes in you. And I believe in you. So that's why I picked this topic. I want you guys to do some things to really figure out who you are. Because if you know who you are, it's much easier to believe in yourself when you know who you are. Oh, Rem's here. She says, hi, Sandy. Steve Harvey says that he thanks God for his success. He says that God wants us to be happy and successful. Totally agree. Totally agree. Above all things, I wish that you were prosperous and in good health. That's right from his word. Those what he wants for us. And I just love that. Now, Doug says it helps to have a great partner that can kick you in the pants and get you out of your funk. Now, you may not have a partner, but you can surround yourself with a group of people. So let's just take a scenario, okay? Sometimes it's easier if we don't, instead of generalizing, we put it in, we compact it a little bit. So let's build a person. Let's build a person that has dreams, but they don't really believe in themselves. Because if you have a dream, if you have a goal, the only way to achieve that is if you can believe in yourself to get those goals and those dreams, right? For me, if you follow me very long, I'm a list maker. And even when I had kids, so many years ago, I was a list maker. I was a dreamer. Doug is giving some good advice. Don't hang out with negative people. They will drag you down. Hang out with positive go-getters. That's what I'm talking about. You have to surround yourself with a group, a family, a village, people that are like-minded, people that will lift you up and not drag you down. It's important. Lists. Man, I must do that. A list is an easy way. You can stick it on your refrigerator. You can have it in a notebook. You can do a lot of different ways. You can have an app on your phone. That's your lists that help you. But let's build that person. Okay, so we're going to take a person, say they're 35 years old. Their kids are growing. It's going to be a new season in their life. They're looking back over those years and they're wondering, okay, I had all these dreams when I was young. When I was 20, I had all these dreams. So we're going to take that 35-year-old that their kids are in high school now. Pretty soon they'll be empty nesters. What are they going to do? First of all, they have to define those dreams and goals. Because what you believed that you wanted when you were 20 years old may not be what you believe when you're 35 years old. Rem says, Steve Harvey says, not ask not, receive not. True. He writes 300 things that he wants from life, and as they are achieved, he checks them off and adds on to them. He also does a vision board. See, I do notebooks, and I cut out pictures and I glue them in the notebook, and I can just flip through those notebooks and it's like, oh yeah. And if I've changed, through the years, I just say, okay, that's not a goal. But we still have to go back to that 35-year-old. Janice, how are you? You have to, okay, so here's our 35-year-old. Her kids are growing, or his kids are growing up. He's looking at his goals. And sometimes we have to, how would I say this? We have to define who we are first. Okay. Now, you may have been defined as just a mom or a dad, but now it's a time in your life, a season in your life, and you have to examine yourself. Because to believe in yourself, you have to know who you are. Now, I remember I watched this movie years and years ago, but it was so true. It was this woman that is the lady from Pretty Woman, that lady, whatever her name is. I can't remember. But she would almost get married, and then she was a runaway bride. That's what the name of the show was. But after she had done this so many times, she had to sit there and decide who she was, and she went through this whole process of finding out what kind of eggs she liked scrambled over easy, because she had always done what the person that she was in love with liked. Because we have to know ourselves to believe in ourselves. So just because, just a second, let me say hello from Vietnam. I needed to hear this today. Bless you. Thank you so much. And Molly is here too. Julie Roberts. That's right, Molly. I couldn't think of her name. I could picture her in my brain. You have to figure out who you are. Just like, sometimes movies will give you a glimpse of reality. And you have to figure out who you are. And Adrian says, sometimes we are lost. because she's lost herself for a while. And we all do that sometimes. We just get pushed into what we're doing, our life, the busyness, a job, and we kind of lose ourselves and we lose our belief in ourselves. And we have to go, just like Adrian's saying, what do I want? What do I like? And as you grow, as you get older, those things may change. And it's just important for us to figure out who we are first. So in your book, your journal, your app, whatever you're doing, Henry and Irene, bye. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I was thinking there was somebody else I missed in our new land. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I hate not saying hi to everyone. If you can figure out who you are, write it on your app. 10 things of who I am. Now, right now, it may be I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I own a business, I have a YouTube channel, I have this. These are the things that define me right now. Then you have to look at that list and say, okay, where do I really fit into all this? Because we're defining who we are right now. But is that my core? And that's important. And is certain things a season? Now, when you're a mom, you are always going to be a mom. But those seasons of being a mom are different. My kids are grown. We have grandkids. We have one great grandson. Our things change. So we're going to define ourselves first. Okay, what do I like? What do I want? If you're married or you have a significant partner, where are we fitting together like that? How can we accent and help each other? What is Joe, like for me, what is Joe's core belief? What makes Joe Joe? And what makes Sandy Sandy? And so this 35-year-old that we're examining, what makes them them? Because if they can figure out who they are, and sometimes that almost feels like a cliche because it isn't who other people say you are. For me, it's who I am. It's who God made me to be. And sometimes he sees me way farther ahead than I see me, which is awesome. And Nisi says, my number one core is I am my Heavenly Father's child. And for me, that is just so completely true. So completely true. Hard learning to not be a mom. That was the whole point. When your kids leave the house, it's a whole different thing, You watch over them still, you pray for them still, but they have to find themselves too. So it's always so interesting. It is easy to lose yourself with your significant other too. That is true. Especially if that person doesn't esteem you like you need to be esteemed. Joe and I both have been married before. I was in a situation, it was not good. I remember I would go in the bathroom, run my bath water, sit there, and literally scream without anything coming out of my voice. Because I didn't know how to be me. I didn't know how I could do that. And I felt like all these people pulling me so many different ways, job, work, family, without being me, without figuring out what I was, and oh, the bunky girl must be in here. Just a second. Let me find her. Bunky is my superhero. You know, you wouldn't think that you could have a superhero that was young like Bunky. But she's part of the Vineyard Girls, Vineyard Chicks. And she is finding herself. She started her own YouTube channel, besides having her one with her sisters. And it's called Bunky's Garden. She's finding herself. She is believing in herself. And she is understanding all those things God has for her. And if you haven't subscribed to Bunky, please do. She is a young girl expressing herself, and it is an amazing journey to watch. And I always told Bunky she's my superhero, because could have I had a YouTube channel at her age? I don't know. You know, I don't know. You know, I would hope I could, but I don't know. But all these different people in the chat right now, they are amazing group of people. Molly says, I felt the same. It was the hardest thing after my children grew up, but they're doing good, and now I can be proud. I feel the same way. It's such a interesting time when your children start to leave, and you have to figure out who you are again. And then you have to figure out how to believe in yourself. And it can be hard, you know, figuring out who you are, believing in yourself. You know, it's more than just an ego thing. That is not believing in yourself. That's a deception of our modern world. That's how I feel. I am more of my significant other than I am of myself, trying a new art journey to see if I can find myself. It's a balance, because Joe and I are meshed like this, right? And I love that. You know, he is my best friend, and it is a wonderful journey with him. But it is important to know yourself too, you know, and it's okay to want some things different than what your partner wants. But you still have to have that melding of doing lots of things together. And so it's a matter of your partner being in that circle that surrounds you. Oh, Debbie's here today. I think as YouTube creators, we are still unsure of how much to share. How much do we keep private? How often do we post? What's the line between posting what we want and posting a lot? I think it just depends on the channel, the person. There are plenty of channels that post a lot. I post a lot. There are plenty of channels that post once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month. It just depends on what we want. And that is part of believing in ourselves, that it's okay to only post once a week. We don't have to do that. It's okay to post every day if you want it. There are channels that I watch that they post every single day. That's totally okay. Now, see, this is interesting. I love homesteading, but I am hoping to start a side gig with a new art project. Hubby is excellent with wood, and I'm hoping to bring some, I don't even know how to pronounce that, art to it. I'm terrible with words. Everybody knows that. I'm terrible with names, pronouncing names. I think that you never know what life will bring you. I've always loved the scripture that says that you should divide things up 6 times, even 7 times. That you're not putting basically all your eggs in one basket. That there's different parts of you. There's different areas of you. And that is fun. So we have our person that we've been talking about. If you just popped in, we're looking at a person, 35 years old. The kids are about to leave. And they're trying to find themselves, what they want, what they believe, who they are. What makes you happy? Basically, what makes you tick? Those are important things to figure out. So we have to cultivate people. Say this 35-year-old has always dreamed either being an artist, being, we'll take artist because I'm an artist. So that makes it easy for me. You need to surround yourself. You need to take art classes. Even if you are really good at your art, take art classes, because no matter what art class you take, you will learn from that teacher. You will learn from the other students. You will start to cultivate a circle of friends that will help you. If you want to take your art to a new level and you want to sell your art, start meeting people that are in galleries. Go to gallery shows. Figure out how you can sell your art online, if that's what one of your goals is. Some people that I know are artists, they are never going to sell a piece of artwork, and they're totally okay with that. And that is awesome. Molly, it's just a scenario. I'm just saying that they're in high school, and it's going to be, pretty soon they're going to be leaving the home. I was just picking a person out of the air. Because when Debbie is right, when your kids move out for the first time, they're 18 or 19. I had just turned 38. So we're wearing lots of hats already. But sometimes wearing, oh, thank you. I didn't know. Totally okay, Molly. Because it's just a scenario. It doesn't matter. They could be 50 years old. It doesn't matter. But we have to figure out, we're wearing all these hats. Life changes. If we already know who we are, if we already are believing in ourselves, when things change, when life changes, we still have that core that's in us. Because things will always change. It's just taking the steps. And for me, that's writing things down. It helps me. It makes it so that I can not veer off. I always figure it as, well, in two ways. My lists that I write and my core value of being a Christian are guardrails on this road, this path that I'm taking down. And if I have that, when I start to hit that guardrail on either side, it can bring me back into that center lane so that I am okay. Sorry, I'm missing some of the chat. See, Debbie went through this. Her house was quiet, it was empty, and then she stopped working where she was. She went back to college, because I find it so interesting, even when women, they've retired from their job, and then they're going back to college, or men, not just women. Because we need to fill our lives with great things, because God has great things for us. And it says, I'm submitting my bio and photos to a local gallery. I'm so excited to start this new chapter. Even if I'm not selected, I know I am moving forward with my dreams. And we have to know that you have to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. I ran an arts center that had a gallery for 4 years. And just because you're in one show and nobody buys some of your art, you just keep plugging, because you have to find that niche, that those people that love what you do. But you're not defined within yourself. Your belief in yourself is not defined by what you sell. It's defined with those core values that producing that art brings out. And when you realize that, there will be people that love your stuff. You will just, it's just like this great energy that just comes out of you, and it's just spectacular. Because when you meet somebody that has a core belief in themselves, they are different than somebody who doesn't. And it's important for us to build ourselves up, surround people that will build us up. And it becomes these layers of circles around us, and it gets larger and larger. And it is an amazing journey. Do you realize fully that you are doing the teaching a bunch of us now? Thank you. When I first started YouTube, why did I start? My girls kept saying, you need a YouTube channel. I kept saying, who wants to listen to an old woman? And I had to realize I was looking at that totally wrong. That within me, I had all these things I'd like to share, to give. You know, I'd taught it to my girls. I had showed it to people around me. And Angie, especially, my oldest daughter, she was just one of those people that just really just pushed me through. And even after I'd started my YouTube channel for a while and it wasn't growing like I thought it should, she said, no, you keep going. And she really built me up in that core value of what I could share with people, what I could do. Because part of believing in yourself is sharing that with other people, you know, no matter what you do. And, you know, Molly's right. She says that life is not straight road, it's entangled. It is. But the more we have that core value in ourselves, that God has just put right in us, you know, for me, it's the Holy Spirit in me bringing stuff out. That's what it is for me. Thank you. I just want the people in my life, the people in my YouTube life, to believe in themselves, to just surround themselves and just be the best that they can be. That, you know, we live in this weird, crazy world right now. Brenda Baker, good morning. If you don't know Brenda Baker, I love her. She is everywhere on YouTube. And she is just amazing. Amazing. That's what I say. Lynn, how are you? Taking a break from work. Thank you. Lynn is a fantastic artist. And she's been a good supporter and friend of my channel for a long time. The little S circle thing by different people there, that means that they're members of my channel. And I just so appreciate them. Nightbot is popping up all the different members. Debbie says, when I met Sandy through her channel, and we now have a network of creators that support each other. Sandy is a mentor for me because she's been through some of the same things as I am. That is part of, for me, that is part of my core value. I want to be mentors. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live. I want to show people that it's important to believe in themselves, but to surround themselves with that core of people, that village of people. And do they have to know everything in your life? No. But they can meet you on different parts of your life, because you may have people in that circle that help you with, maybe it's work stuff. Maybe you've always dreamed of owning your own business. Maybe you're just happy being a worker bee. You don't have to own your own business. That is not an end all. It is not, not everybody should own their own business. You know, sometimes you get this idea that, well, I'm not fulfilled unless I own my own business. There are plenty of people that never want to do that. And that is totally okay. Tim, Hello, good morning. This is great in so many ways. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know it. But I would like to, if you need some help, if you need somebody to believe in you, I would like to be one of those people, you know. And I know that's putting me way out there, that, you know, because when I was pondering this whole idea of this live and saying, okay, you guys can email me, but it's okay. You guys can email me. If you need somebody to say, I'm going to stand behind you, I can be one of those people. And I was almost hesitant to say that because I might be inundated with just so many people doing it. But I just really thought that God wanted me to do that there were some people out there that watch my stuff that are in a place that they don't have anybody to say, okay, I'm going to believe in you. I would like to be that person if you need somebody to lift you up, to help you to figure out how to make those lists, how to say, okay, this is what I like. Sometimes I go to the library and I will go into a different section that I never go into because I want to see if something interests me that I may not have ever even thought about. And I'll just start thumbing through some books and go, oh, wow, this is interesting. Or, yeah, that's nothing. I'm not interested in that. And I put it back. But then I know that it's okay. And Nisi says, worker B comes with an automatic structure that I don't have to create myself. My executive functioning deficiency makes it very difficult for me creating my own structure. See, that's important to know. Nisi realizes that in herself, and that's great. Now, Nisi is an amazing woman that has a huge background, and that she has completely changed her life and moved to Montana and is starting again. And that can be just so scary, so difficult, so outside of our box that I'm just so proud of her. I am. I love her videos. I love her sharing herself with us and how we've gotten to know her. And she's just amazing. And the Lala Farms are here. Sorry, I'm late dealing with other people's emergencies. Rick, thanks for stopping by. I so appreciate you. I love Rick, Lala, all the Ricks. There's lots of Ricks that are on their homestead. But the most interesting thing about the Lala Farm is they are 3 generations, and they live in this one place, and they're showing us all these things. And I think Americans miss out because we are no longer 3 generational. Not that everybody has to be that way, but for them, this core belief, this believing in themselves, includes 3 generations, and it is phenomenal. Melanie, you are just so sweet and kind. Thank you so much. Melanie has been a longtime supporter of my channels and a friend. Thank you so much for doing that. Hello, hello, hello. I just saw a video of yours, and I haven't finished watching it, so I'll finish watching it and give you a comment because I start and then I have to do other things. So I will come back. But good morning. Thank you for stopping in. And I find it amazing, this YouTube ride, and how it has had me grown and changed. And it has just been, it's been interesting. Sometimes it's hard. And if it wasn't for this community of people when it comes to my YouTube, I couldn't have done it. Doug is in here with His Way Homestead too. Rick at Lala Farms has been a great supporter and has helped me in lots of ways I don't think he's realized. Doug at His Way Homestead, he has been one of those people that I literally can email or call if I needed to and say, this is happening. Can you help me? Can you pray for me? Can you do this for me? And he is always, always there. And when we have people in our lives that are like that, we need to be able to do that for other people too. We need to be able to believe in ourselves so we can believe in others. And it becomes this chain reaction, and we can help, and people can grow, and they are safe. And it is just amazing. Boots and Bounty out here. Casey, how are ya? I was on with Casey and Boots and Bounty. I was on Round the Hay Bale. It's a thing on Monday mornings. And it's a live chat. But then it switches the next day, and it's a podcast, which is really interesting to me. And I just think can be just fabulous. But they have this core, these 5 channels that have become their core together. And then they bring other people in, and they are building them up, and they're helping them, and they're growing. And it is just amazing. But don't be afraid. Sometimes when we're trying to believe in ourselves, we're afraid that, if these things are things that are going to change the way I do things, the way I think, the way I talk, the things I do, the place I live, the place I work, we are afraid. And that's okay. You just have to say, okay, why? Analyze it. Why am I afraid to do this? Why am I afraid to step forward? Why am I afraid? Because all of us in different areas in our lives, this will happen. And it's like, we have to just say to one of those people that we've surrounded ourselves, I need you to hold my hand when I do this. I need you to walk with me when I take these first few steps. And as a Christian, I always have God, Jesus, walking with me. But if I can grab hold, on the other hand, with a friend, with Joe, with a family member, and take those steps, I can get better. I can move forward. I can do it. So that's what we want as a community of YouTubers. Find some other channels that will walk with you. Send me an email and I'll walk with you. It's important for us to believe in ourselves, in other people. It is just so important for all of us to help, to love people. We have this crazy, weird world right now, and people have just really stepped back, and they're afraid. But for me, I need to step forward. I need to move forward. I need to be a support for other people. And it's important for us to realize that, like I'm way over 60. And I need to be able to realize and look at myself and say, okay, you're 63 years old. Are there things in your life that you want to change? Are the things that you believed different? Are they better? Are they different? Are they worse? What do I need to change? What makes me me? Sometimes when you're married for a long time, you just become very much like that person that you're married to. And that's good in a lot of ways. It is that you have become that union that's just unbreakable. It's unstoppable. But you also have to have that belief in yourself too. And there's nothing wrong with that. And Joe loves that I can be my own person still. Sorry, garbage man out there, if you hear that. And he lets me be that. And he is my support to go. But he also is one of those people, because you have to have these people in your life that say, Sandy, you are way out there right now. And so then you could take offense, or you could stop and say, okay, let me look, let me examine that. And if that person is right, adjust. If that person is wrong, maybe that person doesn't need to be in that village. Because sometimes you have family members that are just like, you know, they are always going to put you down. You don't have to have, you can always be kind to them, respectful to them, but they don't need to be in that village right there. They can be way out there on that village, way over there. Christy says, almost 65, looking towards major life changes. It is good to hear encouraging words. I hope so. That was my goal, to encourage you guys, to just really lift you up, to believe in yourselves. We all have seasons in our lives. Christy's probably about ready to retire, so there's going to be changes. And then things change unexpectedly. And if you don't have that core value inside yourself, you can just be thrown for a loop. Let's take an example. You have been, say, married to someone for a long time. They pass away. All of a sudden, or you're divorced. It can be a lot of things. Or there's a big illness. If you have wrapped yourself so much in them without having your core yourself, you can just be thrown for a loop. You can be just like, you just don't have any idea what to do. So then that circle can help you. But it's important, two trolls in here. I clicked them off though. You just have to, if you can have that core value already, if you already believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what happens, what life throws at you. Now, will you be hurt? Yeah, of course you will. You know, I've always believed that your first wave of emotion, that first thing that happens, you may not have control of what comes out of your mouth, but every wave of emotion afterwards, you have control. So if you are just going off on somebody, you should have stopped at that very first one. You chose to flood their world with horrible things, negative things, which may not have anything to do with them. You are in the pain and you are lashing out at other people. So I have always believed that first wave of emotion, you may not be able to control. And you may say, why in the world did I say that? But everything afterwards, you had control. Now, maybe you have to practice on that. It's not easy to do at first. But the more that you realize that the more you realize that you can believe in yourself, that you have control of what happens in your core, because God has control of you, it's easier. Leanne, hello, good morning. Leanne has a recipe that I'm trying this week that is pineapple dressing. You know, like if you were making turkey and you're making dressing, It has pineapple in it. Now, I put blueberries in my dressing lots of times, and I love that. But I'm going to do her recipe this week, and so I'm so excited about that. So, Leanne, thank you so much for coming in. Now, this is a great story. Lala and I, Rick and Lala, that's Lala is his wife, met when they were 13 and 14 years old and have been together ever since. I could not imagine life without her. We are now in our mid-50s, and they have kids, they have grandkids, they have this wonderful farm, and they are an inspiration. You can see their interaction, and with just the stuff that they allow us to see on their YouTube channel, it is amazing. And I love the 3 generations. So, and he also says, surrounding yourself with positive people, environments are so important. Incredible message, Sandy. It is, if you surround yourself with negative, that will creep into your very soul. And you have to watch that. It is so, it can be so unexpected, you know. Look at who your friends are. Look who, all the people that are around you, the people at work, the people, every place you go, who surrounds you. And perhaps not that you can't be quote unquote friends with those people, but they don't have to be in that very core circle around you. Just be careful. Chrissy says, I had a family member push my buttons. I decided it was better just to keep quiet until I can control my emotions. It's true, because some people, and I really think those people are hurt and they don't believe in themselves, so they lash out. They're just negative people, and you just have to, not feed that fuel to them. I think that's important. Nan says, I have a set of great-grandparents who have been married 79 years and lived into their late 90s. My parents this year are married, let me see, 33, 30. This coming year, they'll be married 67 years. And that is an amazing accomplishment and an amazing example. And I think it's important. That is just so important. That's why I associate with godly people. I agree with that. Now, do I have friends that are not Christians? I do. Are they wonderful friends? Yes. Are they uplifting? Yes. But there's parts of my life I don't share with them because that's not a connection that we have. But they are important to me. And are they, some of them in that core circle? They are, because they are uplifting. They empower me. They help me. You get to choose who those core people are. But always make sure there are people that believe in you, that believe in what you want, that will tell you the truth. That's right. There are some amazing people everywhere, in every situation. And I just love what they bring into my life. And I hope I bring those great things into their lives. But you have to have people that will tell you the truth, that will say, hey, you are about to hit those guardrails. You are about to go out of track. Bunky, you are so sweet. My superhero, that's right. One of the vineyard chicks, Bunky's garden. But everyone, I'm going to let you go. It's longer than my normal lives. But I thought it was an important topic this morning, that we need to be there for other people. So on all my videos, it gives you my email address. If you need somebody, if you haven't built that circle of people, if you haven't figured out who you are, let me help you. We can talk about trying things and writing lists and doing stuff. It's important. That's true, Rick. I've known many godly people that I do not let in my circle of trust. That's true. You get to pick the people that are in your circle. You get to decide. You don't have to put people in a box. Okay, this person I can't have in that circle. Because you don't know how you're going to influence them too. It's a two-way street. It's all about me. It's not like that. It's okay to do both ways, I think, I want people to be able to be free to express either way. The wolf that could. Are you going to have videos? I subscribed to you, but it said no videos. So maybe that is something that you are thinking of doing. Or it could be my computer that just said you didn't have videos. One of my new members, this is just so weird, just a side note, Best Beat Rhythm. I went to their channel, and because I knew they had 700 and some subscribers, and my computer said no videos. And I thought, well, that's weird. And I refreshed and I refreshed and I refreshed, and it didn't do anything. And so I decided I'm going on my phone, because he's a musician. He plays music. And on my phone, it was perfectly fine. So I sent him a message. I said, I don't know what the deal is. And now I can go on my computer, and it says I can see his videos, but other parts I can't see still. So I don't know what that glitch is right now, but hopefully they'll get it fixed for him. But everybody, I'm going to let you go. It's an hour. That's way longer than I usually do. I love you guys. I just can't even express how much you mean to me. And I hope I'm a positive influence in all your lives, that you surround yourself with great people in your life, that you become a part of a circle for many people, that you share your life with people, that you just explode with the greatness that is there for you. I hope you do. Thank you so much for all the sweet things in the chat today. It touches my heart more than you can imagine. But when I started this YouTube journey, all my grandkids call me either Nana or Tutu. Tutu for Nisa, because Grace lived in Hawaii for a long time and Grandma is Tutu. And in fact, most of the grandkids have switched over to calling me Tutu, where everybody used to call me Nana. And if you need that person in your life, I would like to be that person. I hope the best for everything in your life, and if you need some help reaching those goals, just let me know. But everybody, I love you. This is great, Rick. Go out, make an exceptional day. Touch somebody's life today. Be kind to people. You never know. You go through the grocery line, and I try to make it a point to go through the people line, not the express line that I'm doing it all myself. And I try to engage in those people. And I hope I am a great influence in somebody's life today. Everybody, I love you. Let's rock Friday. That's right. Great springboard here. Have a great, fantastic day. I will see you later. Love you guys.